figured out the algorithm to how we all respond to Trump news. Yeah, sorry to bring him up, but it's math. And the algorithm is disappointed plus surprised squared. That's how it works. And it works out because if you use FOIL, you realize that you're disappointed, then you're disappointed that you're surprised. Then you're surprised that you're disappointed, and then you're surprised that you're surprised. That's how it works every time. You guys passed the 10th grade. That's good. All right.
Yeah, I used to date this girl from Nigeria, and I dated this girl from Nigeria because the girlfriend before that was a white girl with freckles, so I had to restore balance to the force. And it was a little weird because, if you date somebody from Africa, as an African American, they always try to get you to go back to Africa to get in touch with your roots, right? So I said, okay, let's go during the fall, right? And then she goes, oh, we can't go to Nigeria during the fall. That's kidnapping season. What? She just said it nonchalant like it was spring, you know what I mean? I was like, what do you mean kidnapping season? She goes, don't worry, if it happens, you can just negotiate with them. I was like, I don't know how to negotiate with an African kidnapper. What are you talking about, right? The only thing I've learned about negotiation tactics is what I learned from Bugs Bunny cartoons, because he can get out of anything, right? But I don't know if that works in real life, you know what I mean? Like the African kidnapper jump out the van, try to grab me, be like, get in the van, it's kidnapping season, get in the van. I'd be like, friendship season, kidnapping season, friendship season, kidnapping season, kidnapping season, friendship season. Oh. Yeah, I see what you did, David. Very good. You can go. Very good.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Feud, the game show of hilariously bad opinions. I am your host, Lemaire Lee. Give me 1 second to make sure I get the mic right. There we go. I got it right. And hello. I'm here. Hi. We have a wonderful main event for you tonight. Tonight, we have Darryl Charles versus David James. You saw those very funny clips from their albums earlier. Black Gentrifier and Kidnapping Season, and they're great, and they're here with some fiery opinions for you tonight, and I would like you guys to just listen right now, because I'm going to give you the rules. You, the audience, are the jury. You are the judge. Well, I'm the judge. You're the jury and executioner, meaning you vote and you decide which comedian will get the point, which opinion you agree with the most. See, Feud is the game show of hilariously bad opinions, and the best way I like to explain it is like, my favorite opinion of the show from all time is you shouldn't be able to get a DUI during the day. And if you were to agree with that, you would vote for it. In the polls or in the chat, you would vote pro. And if you don't agree with that in the polls or the chat, you would vote con. And we here on Feud, we like to say, you don't think with your mind because that will hurt. And you don't think with your heart because that will break. We here on Feud like to think with our genitals because that's where we make our worst decisions with. And you guys have to vote because you don't want to leave it up to me. I have very bad judgment. Now, let's give it up for your comedians this evening. Your next comedian, your first comedian, he believes that sports requires defense. Give it up for Darryl Charles, everybody. Darryl,
hey.
Hello. How are you, man?
Hello. Am I supposed to start arguing my thing now?
No, not yet. I'm just. How are you?
Oh, okay,
cool.
Yeah, I'm good. Considering.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Hell yeah. And why do you think sports requires defense?
Sports require defense because that's what makes the competition to me, right? Like it's without that, it's not quite sport. Like it's a athletic display. Right?
Yeah, it's just all finesse, no tact.
Yeah, I mean it's like the idea of scoring against someone, like beating somebody, is kind of what makes it sport to me, right? I don't know what the definition of the term is, but it seems like if you're just doing stuff and then a judge decides that you're better than someone, that's not. Yeah. There's nothing I could do to stop you.
Yeah.
There's got to be a defense. I should be able to impinge on your freedoms in sport because that's what it is. It's like they're all based on gladiator shit.
Yeah.
And it's just we've put rules and balls in place in order to keep us from cutting off each other's heads and throwing them through hoops. So there's still there should be that thrill of defeat. Like I should be able to physically impose my will upon you.
Yes.
Because it leads to different strategies, right? You don't necessarily always have to play offense. You can play defense and shit like that. So like other than that, like it's still athletics. I'm not saying these people aren't way more fit than me.
Yeah.
And very able to do things that I will never even be able to do.
Yeah.
How
many spins can you do?
What happened?
How many spins can you do in like a gymnast? How many spins?
In the air, right? Yeah, exactly. It's like I could do a handstand, but like don't time me.
Yeah.
And please shut up while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
but also like, realize it's not a sport.
Right. Handstands are a great display of athleticism.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody was trying to kick you in the stomach while you were doing it, that's a sport.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I agree with you right now. I agree with you. Thank you, Darryl. Let's keep it going, and let's give it up for our next comedian. He believes morning people aren't impressive. Give it up for David James.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
Hello. How are you today?
I despise morning people.
Why? What did they do to you?
They're not impressive. You know, they're always like, I did this, I did that. You know, I did all this stuff. Like I got up at 6 a.m. I went to the gym. I took the kids to school. Then I made them breakfast and I did all this other stuff. I'm like, what about male people? What about people who fall asleep at 6 a.m.? You know, like that's not difficult. You know what I mean? I have to like fight my natural nature to make it to 6 a.m. to pass out.
Yeah.
You know, and these morning people, they're on drugs. They're on coffee all damn day. They'll act like, you know, you didn't earn it.
Yeah.
You know, you earned it with performance enhancing drugs. Yeah. I'm on performance enhancing drugs. All right. I'm drinking all night, which is a depressant. I'm trying not to pass out for hours and hours due to alcohol. Yeah. You're not impressive doing morning shit. I can't stand morning people.
I don't know. Darryl, you can chime in if you'd like, but I agree. You know, coffee is a performance enhancement. Like why would you take coffee? Why would stop it? Just live your life and be sad.
Yeah, and it's easier. It's easier to sleep at night also. Ooh. You know, for these morning people. Like, you know how hard it is for me to sleep when everybody else is up doing stuff and I'm still like passed out? You know, there's school buses going by, kids are screaming, you know. Every single bus. Construction starts early in the morning when I'm still trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing's going on for these people who are morning people at night. You know, it's not interrupting their sleep at all.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about being up at night is how quiet it is. Like at 3 o'clock in the morning, you go outside.
It's just like you just hear the birds.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's still a city, but like,
yeah.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah. Okay. And David, how do you feel about sports requiring defense?
I don't like any defense in sports. You know, I'm all for the baseball players taking steroids like 80 homers a year. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I don't want to see. Baseball's boring. Like, you know how boring it is to see a baseball game and it's like a 1-1 game and that's how it ends. Like, no, I wanted those 13-10 games. Let them take steroids, homers everywhere, guys stealing bases and double the time as they normally would. I like offense. Yeah.
You want to see dingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I get that. You're just a man of exquisite sports tastes. You need dingers.
The only time I like defense is if it's like the old school NBA, you know, where the score would be like 75-72 and like everyone that drove to the lane got like Ultimate Warrior clothesline. If it's that kind of defense, I'm in for it. But other than that, I want the score to be like 150-120.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless it's extreme, fucking, I can't believe they just did that legally and he only got a technical foul instead of arrested.
Yeah. Okay. And I would like to warn you guys before we start, if you agree with your opponent from here on out, they get the point automatically. And okay. It's okay. It's fine up front. This is just explaining and a little bit of preamble, but we're about to get into the game, so I had to let you guys know. And so,
everything else I'm trashing you, Darryl.
I don't even like this guy.
Yeah, your next topic could be Black Lives Matter, and I'm not agreeing with
you. I wouldn't make it that easy for you, sir.
Well, you can say George Floyd didn't deserve it, and I'm still arguing against it.
That's hack at this point. That is so well traced. It's like a a fucking network built on that idea.
Yeah. The old guy deserved to be pushed. Yeah, I'm going for the win, even if I don't mean what I say.
Well,
Hey.
there's going to be a lot of chances for you to go for the win tonight, David. But I use my magic random generator, and Darryl, you're up first. And your first opinion is people shouldn't just get rid of mismatched furniture. And your time to start and explain starts now.
Yeah, this is big idea that like the things in your house should all have a motif, and it should look good, and the colors of one thing should complement the colors of another, and you are purporting a fake life. You earn the things that you have, whether you stole them or you bought them real cheap or you got them because someone put them out in the trash, and you should fucking appreciate that. And you should keep your stuff. Just because, oh no, the chair doesn't match the drapes anymore. The chair's fine. Keep the chair. Now, if the chair hurts you, if there are springs that are causing you lacerations, sure, do something with it. But the idea of aesthetic in your home is a bunch of things that you built and purchased and captured with hard sweat and ethics. And there is absolutely no reason to just throw out a table because you don't like it no more. That is bourgeoisie thinking, and I will not stand for it. It's nonsense. Take pride in the things you get. You want to get a couch that matches your motif, then you keep the couch you got. I don't know, that didn't make sense. The thing is, there's no reason. Like, if the stuff works, use it. I just don't like this idea of, oh no, like, oh man, like now we have fall colors in this living room, so we need a brand new rug. It's like, why'd you get a vacuum cleaner then? You got things to clean the stuff you have. Keep the shit you have.
Yeah.
This is more of a personal argument that's become a
20 seconds.
topic to bring up on a show. But yeah, like, there's too much waste and fast fashion when it comes to homes. We need to be done with that shit. Start buying things you like and then keeping the things you like. Yeah.
Wow.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Solid. Great defense, Darryl. You want to keep
that
things...
is my time.
You want to keep things until they hurt you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, when it is feasible to get rid of it, when getting rid of it improves your life and not just what it looks like to someone else's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's not just
That's
for
when you throw it away.
aesthetics. You throw it away when it's when it's not useful anymore.
Right.
So so you're saying you keep it like like you build a team around it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. David, what are you going to say? Your time starts shortly, but I won't take any time off for this comment.
No, I just I want to say that I actually prepared because I thought Darryl's point was going to be that people should get rid of from mismatching furniture.
Yeah.
So now I have to completely flip my counter.
Well,
Now I'm on the ropes. I'm on the ropes.
David, I'm glad you're on the ropes because your time starts now.
Yeah, so basically, I have a theory. I think that Darryl grew up poor and now he has money. Is basically what he just told us. Yeah, so the whole it's the whole furniture thing. You know, it's like having mismatched furniture. You know, the reason why Darryl's upset that people throw it out because he grew up probably poor. It's the same way where it's like, you know, a poor kid, like you never had a complete set. You know. So your parents could never buy you like all of the 4 Ninja Turtles. They couldn't buy you all the Care Bears. You had like one Care Bear, like one He-Man, one G.I. Joe, and they all had to fucking get along. And none of them matched.
Yeah.
Because you're poor, and that's all you could get. You can never get the full sets of anything. So I think Darryl feels that way because he grew up poor. But now he's an adult, and he has a wife that makes a lot of money. So now he's around people that have money, and he sees them throwing out things, and it triggers his poor childhood, and it upsets him. Yeah, for me, I think things should match. You know what? Get rid of it. Things should match. Yeah.
30 seconds.
If you go to adopt some kids, you don't do the Bradulina thing. You don't adopt like one kid from every goddamn nation. Just adopt 6 Asian kids. Tell them, even if they're not from the same Asian country, just tell them they are. You know? The kids should match. Same thing with furniture.
15 seconds. You don't have to keep
Yeah.
going. Okay.
It's all supposed to look good, Darryl.
Wow. That's time.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Before you guys continue, let me open up the voting. Audience, it's your turn to vote. You can see the poll. You can see the chat. You vote pro if you believe people shouldn't just get rid of mismatched furniture, and you vote con if you do think that. So your time is now. Darryl and David, make your last arguments, please.
Darryl?
Hey man, I mean I get wanting things to look a certain way, but like stick to your decision. Stick to your convictions. You like stripes? Keep fucking stripes. It's a house. It's where I live. I'm not in Home and Gardens. I think it's all propaganda by the furniture industry to show you a room where every stitch of clothing or piece of anything, like my shirt matches my shoes, which are actually an inverse of the curtain. Isn't that cute? No. It shows that you have far too much time on your hands. Go work. Go sweat or stress out about something. Come home and collapse. That's how life's supposed to be. You're supposed to come home and sleep because the outside world is beating you down. Your life is way too easy if you have the time to sit home and compare swatches every 8 months.
Ooh, okay. Well, Darryl, we have a comment from Lori Charles. She says, Darryl is a black gentrifier, so his opinions on housing aren't to be trusted.
What did she say?
Darryl is a black gentrifier, so his opinions on housing are not to be trusted.
Actually, my opinions on housing should be trusted even more because I've come from both sides of the aisle. As a black gentrifier, I will say all these other motherfuckers have matching shit, and I don't. And that's what makes me different. I'm here to represent how it used to be, where nobody had matching shit, and they were all struggling until the government came and priced them out their house.
Look, if you got a house with central AC, you shouldn't have a beanbag in the fucking house.
But, I mean, what's wrong with the beanbag?
A beanbag matches a box fan in the window. That matches. All right? Central AC and a beanbag do not match, Darryl.
If you never going, but what I'm saying is don't get a new beanbag because you want a different color beanbag. If you don't want beanbags no more, sure, you know, I'm done with couches. Fine. But don't just change the color of the couch because you decided to get a new rug. It's nonsense.
Wow.
Colors are supposed to match, Darryl.
What's supposed to match?
That's why we're both against interracial dating. We talked about this.
One of us is lying.
Well, you guys, I have to call it. The vote is over. Oh, Cecily Alexandria said she would love a beanbag, though. But Cecily, I guess you are the only person who would. You and Darryl are the only people who would, because David has the point. David, you get the point there. You're up 1-0.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
And now it's time for you to present your first opinion of the game. I don't know why I said it that way. It's time for you to present your first opinion of the game, which is that you're against feel-good trophies. You have 2 minutes to talk about this, and your time starts now.
Yeah, I'm against feel-good trophies or, you know, honorable mention stuff, anything like that. Like, I went to this gay place called The Voyeur, and it's a gay nightclub, you know, very mixed and everything, very accepting of all kinds of people. And they had this hot boy contest, and there was all these male models on stage in underwear, six-packs. They were ripped. They looked like the guys who were actually on the packages of underwear when you buy them. And they had like 8 of these guys, and then this transitioning lady came out, and she had a mastectomy, and she had on the same shorts as them, and she got the trophy. And first of all, I was calling shenanigans on that. They did not advertise this on a feel-good thing, you know? Like, I understand, you know, the special kid scoring a touchdown, you know, the kid who has terminal cancer, believing that he's Batman for a day in the town, you know, and they're saving the, you know, going against the Joker. But, you know, that was, they set it up, you know, pre-show that was the thing.
Yeah.
They did not set it up pre-show that this was a feel-good moment for the transitioning woman. And plus, everybody was way better looking than her physically, okay? You know, like, they were ripped. They look like trophies themselves. That's how ripped they were. Yeah, she wasn't that muscular. You know, she hadn't gone to the gym or anything. At least put in some effort, you know? Yeah, like, those guys are way better in shape. Like, if you're gonna do that, get some sloppy guys. Like, go get some guys who are just been eating pizza and drinking all day and beers. Then I'd be like, hey, yeah, she's the best looking dude up there. Then I would give you that. you know. But other than that, you know, I didn't appreciate it. Yeah, and then people got mad at me because I called shenanigans
20
for
seconds.
the trophy that they gave her. Yeah, and also they gave her a trophy of like a ripped person. That's big, even more offensive. You know, give her a sloppy, out of shape transitioning trophy. If you're gonna do that, you know, like a Phase 5 trophy, you know, but she's got like a couple months and some surgeries and some pills left. Yeah, that's my time.
Okay. Thank you, David. I think, yeah, just like they should get some me's up there, you know, just fat gutted guys.
Yeah, get some Lemaire's up there.
Yeah, be like, oh, here's a guy that'll make you feel good about transitioning into a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the bar. Feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
or at least mix it up a little bit. Have a couple of Lemaire's up there, and then have a couple of guys who are like fantastic athletes, so she can decide what type of guy she wants to be.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, David. Wonderful presenting. Darryl Charles, it is your turn now. You have a minute and a half to attack these claims, and your time starts now.
Oh, he's wrong. He's wrong. That in the scenario he brings up, this person did not get a feel-good trophy. This person was in a competition, not a sport, and there were a series of judges, and those judges selected who won. That person didn't get a thing to feel good. Your problems with the judges, not with the person who won the trophy. Trophies are given to the people. But I think that there is something to that. Like, get a feel-good trophy. Who gives a shit? It's a trophy. The first place trophy don't mean shit either. You know who you won. What, you need a piece of fucking fake plastic with the only thing on there that's metal is the screw that holds the plastic down. That's what you want to show that, like, I did it. No, you know you did it because you were there. You did the training or the preparation or whatever. The trophy is just symbolic. So give everybody a trophy to show them that they were there. Sure. It's the same reason you take pictures. Pictures are nothing but trophies of time. So I think, yeah, give a feel-good trophy. If it makes you feel good, go ahead and do it. I'd tell you one thing. I'm not going to no club and taking my shirt off. God bless. I'll do, you give me a year to prepare. I'm still not taking my shirt off at no club.
10 seconds.
Late at night. The hell, not even in the daytime. Unless they handing out food or something. I mean, maybe. Depends on how high the table is. If the table's above, like, the nipples, and then I could, like, lean over and know you get his shoulders. Like, that's why this is a delicately placed camera. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Got to show off the angles.
Right? I got to show off the angles. You see, it's the traps. You show off the traps. If I could just show off traps, I'd be shirt off all day.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I take my shirt, because I know that about me, if I take my shirt off in a public place, give me a trophy. Because I overcame a lot. That's a whole life of body shame that I came over in order to get there. So, give out trophies. They're trophies. If you really are holding your life on a trophy that you got because you did enough pull-ups or sit-ups, then, man, you got so many more problems. Man. When you enter into a competition,
fellas, let me open up the votings real quick.
Stage at this point, aren't we, Lemaire?
What'd you say?
Aren't we in the penalty stage at this point?
Yeah, we are in the penalty stage. I did let him go a little long. I'm sorry. It's a main event. We let the gloves fly here tonight.
Hey, look, man.
Yeah, the rules aren't out the window.
Well, our lives matter, but apparently not the rules. But go ahead.
Yeah, let me get to the voting.
Look at you prioritizing buildings over people again.
You guys, if you're against feel-good trophies,
inside a person.
If you're against feel-good trophies,
I can. Just gotta get him drunk.
You guys, audience, if you're against feel-good trophies, you vote pro in the chat or in the poll. And if you feel like we need some feel-good trophies, you vote con in the chat or the poll. Darryl and David, get your last-minute opinions in. I muted you guys for a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
some wild shit. Give everybody a trophy, man. Look. We're all alive right now. Deserve a trophy just for keeping it together.
Yeah.
Darryl, if you won a Comedian of the Year award, you would have a trophy in the background of every Zoom conversation you were in. All right. If you have an award for a comedian participant, you would not put that fucking trophy up. I call shenanigans.
I want you to know that there is a screenshot of Darryl Charles being at the
at the top name on the list of the best uncanceled comedians. That exists. I believe I have it saved somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where. But so I have won a competition for the 7 seconds that I was there. And I'll tell you, I don't put it up because everybody should get a trophy. So I'll be the last one to put up my picture as the #1 uncanceled comedian in America.
Here's a oh, never mind. Go ahead, keep going. Sorry. That is a great cause, dude. That means you could get away with anything now.
Hey,
You've already got clearance.
the wokes have anointed me.
Well, you guys, I'm going to end the voting here. And Darryl Charles, you get the vote. You get the vote. Sorry, poll. I see the chat also, and in the chat, there's more cons votes than there are pro votes in the actual poll. So when I figure out how to do a unified poll, we'll do a unified poll. But today, Darryl Charles gets the point.
Bong. Bong, bong.
Shenanigans.
No, this is an official system that I've worked out over weeks. So, Darryl, it's your turn. You have 2 minutes to explain why you're happy with Chick-fil-A politics. Your time starts now.
You want me to start now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm happy with Chick-fil-A politics. I think that these protests are not just about businesses. I think more importantly, they're about governments because we all pay into them and we all vote, the people in, and then those people don't give a shit about us. That's the basis of it. But when it comes to private businesses, let a business hate gay people. Let a business not like black people. I don't give a fuck. Like, just don't go. I'm not giving them my money. And I think that we need to allow for this difference of opinions to happen. Yes, it is a shame that the people who absolutely despise any kind of LGBTQ plus thing have a chicken franchise, but don't eat their fucking chicken. And understand that the people who eat their chicken don't give a shit about you. I have had to understand that there's a large swath of people who don't give a fuck about me, and I've moved on. I have had to deal with them, and I have to deal with them, and I move on. I don't think like Starbucks, for example, they've had a long history of not liking black people, starting with opening up in Seattle. They haven't liked black people since the beginning, and then they kicked those people out in Philly, and then they said, no, we've learned, we're better, and then cut to a couple months later, some riots happened, so some protests happened that white people infiltrated and turned into riots, but some protests happened, and now they're like, hey, don't wear buttons because it might make people mad. And then the internet's like, that's bullshit. And they turn around and be like, nah, it's all good. We've been printing our shirts. You believe them? You really believe that? Let them do that shit. Fuck Starbucks. They are drug dealers. And they don't show up in any neighborhoods I live in until it's time for people like me to move the fuck out. Fuck them. Let them keep their shitty views. Just look at the people who walk in there. When someone walks by with a Starbucks cup, just look at them and be like, wow. Look at you.
That's time, Darryl. Transcended arguing. I don't have anything to say. That was a great argument. It was remarkable. David, it's your turn. You have a minute and a half to retort.
I can't wait.
Daryl's gonna have to make me go Uncle Tom on this.
I'm making it happen.
I love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's great. Yeah, have you ever been to other chicken sandwich places? Yeah, they're horrible. Yeah, you go to any other place, you got like a 50% chance of getting at least like a tumor in a chicken sandwich. Yeah, just biting into, and like an old tumor too, not even like a new one that's just kind of small, like an old, like this chicken died horribly. There was no treatment for the chicken, they just let it die, and then they just made a chicken sandwich out of it. Yeah, McDonald's chicken sandwich sucks. Yeah, they're horrible. Burger King, I'd like to go to Burger King, but they keep on shutting down every goddamn Burger King. Popeyes, motherfuckers are waiting out there. You know what? I'm glad that Popeyes chicken sandwiches didn't debut Memorial Day weekend, because niggas would have been in there looting chicken sandwiches. So
30 seconds.
So what I'm saying is that also Chick-fil-A respects the Lord, Darryl. They respect the Lord. Okay.
They do,
yeah. Yeah, those chicken sandwiches are delicious. You know why? Because they're blessed by God. All right, they're blessed by Jesus and God. They basically have overcome the Popeye's chicken lady, who she has her own commercials. But guess what? God and Jesus are more powerful than Thelma, whatever her name is, the lady who's in the Popeye's chicken commercials. So
think it is
I would say
Thelma.
that I don't have a problem with Chick-fil-A's policies. Gay people don't even eat meat anyway. Yeah. Ever seen a gay guy? They're always ripped and in shape. They're eating kale. Why the fuck are they complaining about not being able to go to Chick-fil-A? They drink smoothies, all right, with like nuts and nutrients and cum and kale and all good stuff, and it keeps them in shape. So I don't even know why they're complaining about not being able to go to Chick-fil-A, because it's anti-gay lifestyle. So there.
Wow. David James, great arguing. But her name is her character name is Annie, the Popeye chicken lady. Her character's name is Annie, but her real name is Deidre Henry. So shout out to
fact.
Deidre.
Not Thelma.
Not Thelma. But before we go there, let's open up the votes, you guys. If you're happy with Chick-fil-A politics because they're a business and they should be able to do what they want because they're a business and you don't have to patron them, you vote pro in the chat, you vote pro in the poll. But if you are happy with Chick-fil-A politics because they're a good Christian brand of Jesus, you vote con in the chat and you vote con in the poll. And Darryl and David, you guys, get your points, please.
Look, I honestly can say that I miss the cookies and cream milkshake. I do miss it, and I'm not gay, but I'm like, fuck them, because you know that it's right around the corner. It's gays today, it's blacks tomorrow. Like that's what's gonna happen. That's how I feel about it. But there are a bunch of people who still go because they like the chicken, they like the pickle, they whatever, and that's fine. I think it should be okay for a person to say, hey, I care about chicken sandwiches more than I do gay people. I think the fallout from saying that is what it is. But why would I spend my time trying to dissuade someone who values a chicken sandwich over the humanity of another person? Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck the people who made the sandwich. It sucks that, you know, it's capitalism and they have to fucking work, so they need money. But, you know, go work at Burger King. Burger King has never stuck up for nobody. Burger King don't give a shit. They only care about flame broiling. That's the only thing they've ever brought up. They have never said they are Switzerland as long as you get a Whopper. So go work there.
And 2-on-1.
But let these businesses fail. Fuck them.
That's a horrible argument, Darryl. Yeah, they cannot go to Burger King. Working at Chick-fil-A and going to Burger King, that's just a demotion. That's a huge demotion, Darryl. No one should do that. It's like working at Target and then you got to go work at Foreman Mills. No, you can't be like, hey, just say fuck your Target job and go work at Foreman Mills so you can show the man. Yeah, have you ever walked into a Foreman Mills? No.
Make Taco Bell better. Quit at Chick-fil-A and go work at a Taco Bell. I've been to some horrible Taco Bells, especially in Baltimore. These people, the worst Taco Bells I've ever been to. And I will say, like, I wish that some Chick-fil-A people would, you know, stand up for themselves and other people in their lives and go work at this Taco Bell and then greet people with a smile and make the food in less than 35 minutes.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that you're anti-Chick-fil-A because they're not that friendly with the gays, but you're okay with Taco Bell even though half of their meat is made from dead immigrants. Is that what you're saying?
It's horses. That is a terrible way to refer to Mexicans.
David, I'm going to need some proof, but if you can prove it, I'll accept it. And
have
also,
you seen,
I accept.
Have you seen? Have you been by the border, Lemaire? Darryl, I have. Okay.
That meat is nowhere near spicy enough.
All I'm saying is that the showers have seasoning in them. That's suspicious. There's taco seasoning in the showers at the detention centers on the border. That's all I'm saying.
You guys, these
There's
votes are
just a
too
dude
close.
cutting carrots at the top and just dropping them in there.
These votes are too close to call. I need a couple more votes because you guys don't leave it up to me. It's 50-50 right now. It's a dead heat. We got to get some.
No, man. I mean, you know, let these people live and die by their stuff. I completely understand protesting it. You want to bring light to an issue. But, like, the business is just going to try to make money. I think better time would be spent harassing the people who are going in and out than it would be to bother the business.
Yes.
Fuck them.
I will
Let
say
them
this.
fail.
The Chick-fil-A is like statues to me. right? Like I really don't care about statues being taken down. A statue's never called me nigger before, you know. But just like Chick-fil-A, like every gay person I know that's been beat up or assaulted has been some bro who goes to like the gym with a giant gallon of like water every single day and like beats up queers and faggots and everything like that. I've never had a Chick-fil-A person I've never heard my gay friend been afraid of a Chick-fil-A employee. Yeah.
But they actively support the real evil people, but whatever. I think they're gonna do that, and they're gonna do that no matter what. So just recognize that if you shop there, you are helping them support fucking the Pences and McConnells of the world. You're giving Lady G fucking lobbyist money every time you buy a sandwich. So just don't buy the sandwich, but fuck the company. Like, I shouldn't even mention Chick-fil-A. If it wasn't for this show, Chick-fil-A would have never came out of my mouth. You would never hear me talk nothing about them because it's all free advertising. They'd string somebody up if it meant that they get the same kind of numbers as Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Well, you guys, that's it for that point. And Darryl, you won. You win. That's your
that
point,
was an
Darryl.
impossible.
It's not impossible.
That was an impossible stance.
These people believe in the free market.
I believe that Nazis are bad. David, your take? Asshole.
Cassandra D asks, do we really believe, is anyone actually buying that David James has a gay friend?
I have several gay friends.
Well, this is the last
I can't be homophobic. I have gay friends.
I have gay black friends, which means I'm not racist against the gays or anti-black either. So there.
Ooh, look at you.
That's a double.
I check the boxes.
Well, speaking of checking boxes, David James, this is your last opinion. I believe it's 2-1. You're ahead right now, right? 2-1.
Darryl's ahead.
Darryl's ahead 2-1. Okay.
I'm ahead 2-1. Yeah.
So okay, wow. So David, this is if Darryl wins this point, that's the game. And if you win this point, we got to go to our third round, which I have an opinion I've been thinking of that I would like you guys to debate. So here we go.
I'm pretty sure
James.
Darryl's next opinion is we shouldn't rape babies, but hey, this is fun.
David James, your opinion is vaginas are not the best holes. You have 2 minutes to defend this opinion, and your time starts now.
This isn't going to go well. All right. I have a friend, not a gay friend. I have who's a straight friend. He said that he doesn't understand people who do anal sex and that nothing's better than a pussy, and that he would never take an asshole over a pussy. So I challenged him, and I said, what if Beyonce and Stone Cold Steve Austin swip genitalia? Who would you have sex with? And he said he would have sex with Stone Cold Steve Austin's pussy. And I said, if you're anti-gay, which he was, I was like, that actually makes you gayer for fucking Stone Cold's pussy than having sex with Beyonce and her penis and balls. Yeah. Because when you think about it, to have sex with Stone Cold, you have to have sex with a 6'5" man who's full of muscle. He's going to be there's no like femininity to it. He's just going to be very aggressive. He's like, you go fuck Stone Cold's pussy. He's going to be mad at you. Like, if you don't make him come, he's going to put you in a Stone Cold stunner. And he's going to give you middle fingers and drink beer all the time. Yeah, that's a horrible thing. I would rather have sex with Beyonce with her penis, balls, and butthole. Yeah, and plus, you don't know if Stone Cold is taking care of his pussy, okay? I've come across, there's no way he would take care of his pussy. He doesn't know how. It would be the worst pussy ever. It'd have to smell horrible. It'd smell like the gym mat. It'd be horrible. Yeah, and beer, it would smell horrible. Yeah. Plus, I've smelled some horrible pussies before because I've made horrible decisions. And I will say this, some pussies I've smelled have been so horrible that I would rather, if my penis was long enough, fuck my own butt with my own penis instead.
15 seconds.
Even after a nacho and tequila night, I would rather do that because that's how bad some of these pussies have been. Okay? So I would say, actually, it's if you're a street dude, it's more street dude to have sex with Beyonce and her penis and balls than Stone Cold Steve Austin and his pussy. I rest my case. Pussies are not always the best holes.
Wow. You make sound points. So wait, is your friend gay?
No.
So why
But I
does he
think
want
he
to
is
fuck
now
Stone
because he
Cold?
wants to have sex with Stone Cold Steve Austin in his pussy.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
trans porn star named Buck Angel. Looks just like Stone
Yep.
Cold Steve Austin. Okay,
Man
thank
with the
you.
pussy.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Nope, tell him
Buck
about
Angel, yeah,
it.
man with a pussy, dog.
Yeah.
I'm got to go Google this.
Well, while you're
There
Googling,
there goes my night. I had so many things I had planned to do.
David, while you're Googling that, we're going to go to Darryl. Darryl, you have a minute and a half to retort, and your time starts now.
Okay. I don't even think I need to attack David's argument on the face. I'll just start with this. He conceded that Stone Cold Steve Austin is a muscular person.
Mm-hmm.
Pays attention to his muscles, works out, is worried about things like definition. I mean, if you drink a 6-pack of beer and then wrestle, your off time is full of exercising and keeping stuff in shape.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of pussy control that a Stone Cold Steve Austin would have is unprecedented. I mean, the clenching alone would probably hurt. Like, you'd have to be into pain. You know what I mean? Like, he would put the Benoit balls and like shatter them and then spit out the shards, because that is how strong the undulating muscles of Stone Cold Steve Austin's vagina would be. So there's that. Also,
30 seconds.
penis. The vagina is a self-lubricating oven, as you would put it, as I'm putting it right now. And as such, it is the best hole. You don't have to worry about, if you put it in the butt, the only lubrication is that. The only lubrication makes it less desirable. And if it's a mouth, you have to worry about feelings and the look of their face and how hard to tug on their ears. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, if you can just, the vagina's there, so you just, there's a reason why the Yin Yang twins coined the term beat the pussy up, beat the pussy up. They could have said beat the mouth up, but that's just far too violent.
Wow.
And so me and the Yin Yang twins agree that the pussy is the best hole. Yeah, put a pussy on Stone Cold.
Wow.
I mean,
Darryl,
yeah,
time's up.
Buck
You
Angel's
gotta-
pussy is probably
it's almost-
fantastic.
It's almost time. It's almost. I got it. Okay. You almost lost points. I'm a lenient ref, but sometimes
I stopped.
I know. I'm just letting you know. I know this is the end of the game and all, and we're in the fourth quarter, but we got to play by the rules.
The third period, really.
Now the referee came into the ring.
Hey man, I'm out here. Anytime you start talking about Stone Cold's pussy, it gets me fired up. Thank you.
And that's the bottom line.
Quick counter, Darryl.
This would be a bottom.
Vaginas are not always moist.
Well, let me open up the
That's
vote
why
first.
There's vaginal
I gotta open up the votes first. You guys in the audience, votes are open. Vote if you think if you believe vaginas are not the best holes. Vote pro in the chat or pro in the poll. And if you believe vaginas can be the best holes, you vote con in the chat and you vote con in the polls. So go.
Vaginas are not always the best holes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what you're voting against.
No. Yeah.
And see, now he's adding stipulations.
That's
Like,
what the topic was. Vaginas are not always the best
Not
holes.
always. So, like on a Tuesday at 12, yeah, look.
Depending on what he or she was doing before it was a game.
That's the thing. Vaginas don't do a ton more than, they have like 2 major functions, 3 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, butts do. They have their own business. They are not worried about anything being in there, and mouths do so much.
I gotta be honest. With you guys.
Hands, you got to worry about COVID.
Yeah.
You know, like what if you fuck the arches of feet? Not what about flat-footed people? The thing is, the vagina is there. It has a purpose.
Every human being on this planet can smuggle something in their butt. Not everybody can smuggle something in their vagina because not everybody has a vagina. I guess that case.
I can't smuggle things in a vagina because I don't have one, but I can definitely
Exactly.
tuck something between my penis and my balls. There's a little latch right there.
That's not secure.
Oh, it's very secure. You ain't never tucked before?
Unless you tie it in a knot or something. I don't know how it's
Hey,
going to be
look,
secure.
I'm just saying.
Unless you're not circumcised and you can just stuff it inside the extra skin.
Even
And
then,
then, like put some duct tape around it.
Hey, that's how you get a nick bag through secure TSA. That's how you get a nick bag through TSA. Throw it in the foreskin.
Ew, that sounds gross.
It doesn't hurt if you have a lot of smegma. You need the slick liquid. It's its own lube. It smells funny, but it's its own.
Lori Charles says I go with David James, not because he argued well, but because I love donut holes. So that's a vote for this.
She loves donut holes. Saying that they're a better hole.
Yeah.
Oh.
Donut holes are better.
I don't know if you've looked at a donut hole recently, but I'd shred one. And the thing is that you can't really shred a vagina. I mean, you can if you don't care about a person. But usually by the time I get there, it's ready.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm still thinking about Stone Cold's Benoit balls busting.
That's the glass breaking. It's not just a sheet of glass. It's his pussy crushing Benoit balls. He does his kegels like. That's how it.
I also think it's very sexist of you to assume that Stone Cold's immediately going to have an awesome vagina. Like, he doesn't know how to use it yet. That takes years to learn how to use that, all right? It's a brand new for him. You think he can just start smashing shit with it and, like, picking up fucking things he dropped on the floor? You know? No.
Austin 317 says, bust that pussy open. Austin 317 says, bust that pussy open.
Is that what it says? He's a man of God. I don't think he says that.
Austin 316 says because Stone Cold said that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. I'm sure 317 has something about a mussy.
That's a huge jump between 16 and 17.
Hey, I mean it's called legality.
No,
David,
it's unrealistic.
Depends on the state.
David, you got some people on your side, but it's not enough for the points. David or Darryl Todd. Darryl Todd. I'm sorry.
Darryl Todd.
Darryl, I'm an asshole.
Who?
Darryl
Hernandez.
I'm breaking down. I'm sorry. Your name's right there. Why don't I just look at the? Sorry. Darryl Charles, you are the winner today. You win feud. It's 3-1.
Yay!
Yeah.
Great.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I like this.
Nice.
I just realized that my picture was reversed. So when I pointed at my name, it looked like I had no idea what left and right was. So I need a participation trophy. And I'm going to celebrate this at the nearest Chick-fil-A.
Well, thank you. And if you would like, you can roast David for 30 seconds on his opinions.
On his opinions. Like I can't talk about anything that wasn't brought up here. Well, all I can say is, I hope you take your little participation trophy. You did it. You were here. Congrats. Huh? Look at that. You made it. Have yourself some Starbucks and enjoy it. Just make sure that you walk straight to the counter. Do not dawdle. Don't you dare don't stop moving. You go straight. If they say how you doing, you have to. It's like base when you're playing tag. You gotta come in and touch the counter as quickly as possible, or else they.
I'm going to Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, and Home Depot all before they close.
Just make sure you stop at a Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby fucking sponsored the Taliban, and they had the nerve to be like, "Nah, the gays are bad."
They really sponsored Taliban?
They ended up, I don't know if they knew that it was happening, but they paid for some imported goods, and it turns out that money was going to the Taliban.
Oh, I gotta stop
to be fair, they were against gay Taliban members also.
Well, you know what? That is actually a great point. Can you give him a point for that? Because, yeah, I'm sure.
It's still not enough points to win. But thank you guys for doing the show. Would you guys like
Shenanigans.
Would you like to plug anything before Darryl, since you won? Would you like to plug?
Oh, me? Yeah, please. DarrylCharles.bandcamp.com. Go there and purchase Black Gentrifier. It's my debut stand-up comedy album. Do that. And follow me on the internet. I need those numbers in order to get places to book me. I'm learning that I'm woefully behind. It's either racism or the numbers. So, figure it out. Help me either way.
Thank you, Darryl. Thank you for being on the show. David James, do you have anything to plug?
I'd like to thank all the Trump voters who voted for this show tonight. Like thank Darryl for picking a topic that you shouldn't support fucking racist organizations and sexist and anti-gay organizations and making me argue against that, even though it is how I truly feel. But great one, Darryl. Way to take a risk.
Do what we can.
Asshole. I'm not plugging shit. I hate everyone on here. None of you deserve anything. I hope none of you ever get trophies in your life. I hope if you do get a trophy, someone beats you with it. I hope that every chicken place closes down except for Chick-fil-A. I hope someone assassinates the Popeyes chicken lady. And you can't
Annie. Her name is Annie.
Annie, she has a name. Annie is her first name.
Say her name, David.
Congratulations, Darryl.
Love that chicken from Popeye.
Thank you guys for coming on. You guys can stay in the Zoom chat, and I'll say bye to you in a little bit. Say bye to the people watching.
Bye,
Thanks for watching.
everybody.
Sweet.
Keep watching things. Sucks to be quarantined on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Sucks to be quarantined on Sunday. Check that out. It's on the Punchline Facebook and stuff, right? It's on Punchline stream now? Yeah.
Yep.
So check that out.
It today.
That's sick. That's beautiful. Thank you, guys. Wow. That was too much spit. Another great episode of Feud. We had David James and Darryl Charles. Darryl Charles pulling out the win. Darryl was supposed to be on the last Feud, the last live Feud before it got canceled. I don't know if he knows about it, but I have to, thank you for being able to finally come on. Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Darryl?
Did I say yes to that?
You did.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
Yeah, it's okay.
I love the mayor. No, I totally, I would have been there if I knew.
Yeah, I know.
Of all the things that I've seen that have been canceled, I must have missed Feud.
It's okay. No, it's all right. And thank you guys. Come back next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. We have a great week of Feud. You saw that. Culminating in the main event between Eric Terrell and Nicole Phoenix, which should be another great episode, another great main event to cap off another great week of Feud. And thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.